What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Midday Midweek, the show where we have two fun short stories that are never about Trump, followed by a big story which is usually always about Trump. The Igurui Ninja Museum in Japan, that is dedicated to the practices and history of ninjas, was robbed by thieves on Friday, making it the first museum to successfully teach people how to rob it. The thieves took a safe that is believed to contain $9,470 in only 3 minutes, which make you question, who could have successfully robbed it that quickly? Could it be ninjas? The safe weighed 330 pounds. I have an idea who did it. The city of Iga holds ninja festivals every year, which shows that ninjas were more ready for the coronavirus than anyone else. Ninjas have been tracked back to the 14th century, known for their stealth and espionage. But they can't be that stealthy. 2 ninjas fight every day, but no one dies. A 5-year-old girl from India wanted to celebrate the Indian National Independence Day, so she decided to set a world record by shooting 111 arrows into a target while being suspended upside down in 13 minutes and 12 seconds. 13 minutes? My right arm falls asleep when I'm in bed holding my phone for 5 minutes. P. Sanjana first came to the news when she was 3, firing 1,111 arrows in a 3.5-hour period. Like, what's this fascination with the number 1? The structure was made out of thin trees and rope, which makes you wonder, do they really care about the safety of this child? The girl looked very poised as they put the wraps on her and hoisted her up, which made it seem like she's practiced this before. In a large crowd of spectators, it looks pretty cool and you want to watch. But what about when she was practicing being suspended in the air by her feet and only one adult watching? Also, there's some classic mansplaining. Oh, that's what I forgot. To be careful. Yes, thank you. I wasn't going to do that if you didn't specify. The video caught this man taking a leak right behind the target while she was firing. First off, that's how you become a child predator. Don't pee where children are playing. Second of all, that's the oops, I missed the target area. What are you doing? Get out of there. Last week there was joy in the world as the DNC finished and gave us hope for the future. So naturally, the RNC is happening this week and ruining our high. The first night of the RNC was Monday. Trump gave a detailed plan on how to stop the coronavirus. Just kidding. There was no talks of platform or issue the whole night. Trump only talked about Biden and gave many facts that fact-checkers later debunked. Okay, there's no time to unpack all of this, so it's going to be a little choppy. Like the RNC. It started out on a high note when Trump claimed that he has kept every single one of his promises. And then news stations had to cut away to fact checkers midstream saying that he's only kept 24%. 24%. The first speaker was Charlie Kirk, YouTuber and co-founder of Turning Point USA, a youth organization that has the goal to educate young conservatives. The nonprofit also runs the website Professor Watch List that has a list of professors that allegedly are discriminative against conservative students. Remind you of someone?
We may not have realized it at the time, but Trump is the bodyguard of Western civilization.
If I get a bodyguard, I at least want someone who doesn't stumble down ramps. Rebecca Friedrich, a teacher in California, said that teacher unions have morphed our school into war zones. No, that's young white males. She also sounded super white, saying,
Kamala Harris.
Congressman Matt Gaetz led his speech with a joke worse than dad jokes that get no response from the kids or the mom.
I'm Congressman Matt Gaetz. I'm speaking to you from an auditorium emptier than Joe Biden's daily schedule.
He then said that we would be living in a horror film if Biden was president. Okay, if that's a horror film, then what is this? Remember these guys? The couple that stood outside their home pointing guns at peaceful protesters that didn't even step on their property? Well, they spoke too. At the RNC.
The Marxist liberal activist leading the mob to our neighborhood stood outside our home with a bullhorn screaming, "You can't stop the revolution." Just weeks later, that same Marxist activist won the Democrat nomination to hold a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives. In the city of St. Louis, that's the same as winning the general election. That Marxist revolutionary is now going to be the Congresswoman from the 1st District of Missouri.
Damn, if Cori Bush wasn't going to win her seat for the House before, she sure is now. She also gained at least 10,000 Twitter followers last night. Thanks for the endorsement, McClurskys. And of course, who could forget this young white woman's opening statement?
Good evening, I'm Natalie Harp, a formerly forgotten American from California.
Forgotten American? Former news anchor Kimberly Guilfoyle gave a speech that would make you think she's never had an ounce of public speaking in her life.
President Trump is the leader who will rebuild the promise of America and ensure that every citizen can realize their American dream.
Frieden zu arbeiten, einen wirklichen, fruchtbaren Frieden.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
That was the same speech, right? What was that? Oh, she's from Fox News? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. During the RNC, there was an actual ad featuring Michael Cohen, Trump's ex-lawyer and fixer, that served times in crimes committed with Trump.
Later this week, he's going to stand up and blatantly lie to you. I'm here to tell you he can't be trusted, and you shouldn't believe a word he utters. You don't have to like me, but please listen to me.
He sounds like the group of girls who were all hurt by the famous Playboy. They thought they could change, but now they see how wrong they were. So, yeah, I think it's real. One bright light was Senator Tim Scott, who didn't say anything I agreed with, but he knew how to talk. This is my standard now. The first day of the RNC was so bad that even Chris Christie said this.
And it's strong with Tim Scott. Some of the earlier stuff I could have done without.
When Christie has to speak up, you know it all went downhill. The RNC continues till Thursday, so just watch the highlights if you want. That's it this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is Midday Midweek. I'm Ian Gregory Hill. If you like what you see, I do this every week. Please like, thumbs up, subscribe, follow, all of that fun stuff. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you next week. Peace!